Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the real reason why Laowhy86 interfered with the graves, and basically because he's not a smart guy. And there might be some people who sort of say, "Oh, but he is a smart guy. He can read Chinese or he can write Chinese." Um, Personally, I don't believe that he can just pick up a Chinese newspaper and read it. And I just don't believe that. And secondly, I just am not persuaded that being bilingual necessarily makes you a bright person. And I'm not persuaded that his Chinese is that terrific, to be honest. I mean, he's demonstrated himself to be incapable of saying anything interesting in English. So how could he possibly be able to say interesting things in another language? It's just not believable. But look, a guy like that, he finds some bones. He doesn't realize that me, himself, everyone in the world eventually becomes bones, and that human remains are sacred. You know, that's something that is beyond his understanding. So when he found the bones, he was just really excited that he had found something interesting, because in his life and in most people's lives, bones are not things that are commonly found. So he was really excited by the novelty of it, and he thought immediately that it would help his internet career, and he became really excited. And it just shows how unintelligent he is. I mean, I knew he was dumb, but I didn't believe he was that dumb, to be honest. I thought he was a little bit brighter than that. And yeah, it kind of shows like what he thinks about human beings. Human beings are basically just, I guess, worthless in his view. I mean, the appropriate thing for him to have done would have been to drop down on his knees and pray for those people, and just to immediately like back away from the scene. But yeah, they were just toys to him, and it's upsetting, but he's not the only one. And it's amazingly hypocritical as well, because if Guelo60 was running around the beaches playing with bones, or if any of these other people like Daniel Dumbrill or Mr. Barrett, who thankfully seems to be recovering, if Mr. Barrett was playing with bones, or any of these other guys were like playing with bones on the beach, he would be disgusted. He would be talking about how depraved they were and how evil they were, and how this shows that they've got no respect for people, and he would create a whole narrative about it. But you know, like when he does it, it's just a lot of fun, and he's still joking about it. You know, that's the upsetting thing as well. Like, he's still making light of it. He made a video which was a really sad video. I thought it was just full of lies, full of obvious lies. It was called like the most scariest place in China, and then he changed it. He changed the title a couple of times, but yeah, I mean, it was just like full of ridiculous stories, like where he overheard some people planning a murder, and he jumped out of a window and drove all night. Like, it sounds like some real mental health slash, you know, it reminded me of Jussie Smollett or whatever. It reminded me of Jussie Smollett, you know, and he really is the Jussie Smollett of YouTube, because he just tells a lot of stories, and he does a lot of really dumb things. I mean, I'm not saying that he's, you know, planning hoaxes the way that the Smollett guy did, but I mean, look, I just find it really hard to believe that he was just so close to being murdered. You know, him and his wife were going to be murdered. It sounds like a fabricated story to me. And the graves thing, it was disgusting. And it would be nice for him just to say, look, I'm sorry about what happened. You know, it was terrible. I'm going to quit YouTube now and just focus on my own personal growth. And, you know, I hope everyone can forgive me. And if he did that, a lot of people would sort of say, yeah, good on you, Laowhy. You know, you did the right thing, mate. But the fact that he keeps going and keeps making light of the fact, it's pretty sad. And then he's got people defending him. You know, he's got YGZ defending him and Prime in China defending him, saying, hey, if he wants to play with bones on the beach, if he wants to dig up graves and so on, that's just a lot of fun. That's what happens when you're in China. That's what you do. You know, you have fun. So yeah, it's pretty sad, and it's sad, but it's unsurprising. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.